Hi again guys. A few people have been asking about these cabinets and wondering as to where I bought them from. The cabinets are from a company called Selquin Limited. They have an internet site which is www.selquin.co.uk, or it may be .com, I'm not sure. But the actual frames themselves are all aluminium. It's a satin finish aluminium, and it's very nice stuff. It's actually shock display material. I had a problem with the domestic ones where it tended to be all wood and it was blocking out a lot of the light. So I decided to go for a shock display stand in the form of these things. All the panelling on the sides and the rear and the shelving is all glass, and all the framework at the top is also in the satin aluminium finish. And then on the doors at the top you've also got a locking key as well if you need to lock it. They're not too bad as far as price goes if you go onto their website, and there's occasionally an offer on them. The models that I've got are the 600 square units, the 500mm square units. They also do a 400mm square and a 600mm square, and then they do alternative ones where you've got a 500mm deep and 1 metre wide, 1200 wide, etc. In this particular room I've got here, I'd only really got room for a couple of the 500s in each corner. I've also ordered one more unit, though, a 400mm unit, and that's going to go on the opposite end of the room. But if you are looking for a display unit, I recommend Selquin. As far as prices goes, they tend to be a little bit cheaper than the other companies out there. So and it's nice quality as well. I went over to the showroom in Telford in the UK to have a look at their units, and I was very happy with the fit and finish and the quality. So I placed my order. The only downside is, after you've placed the order, you would need to wait 3 months for the order to actually come through. So it's a long wait, guys, but if you're prepared to wait, then I'd certainly recommend the units. I'll just go behind the camera and I'll show you a bit more of a close-up of what these units are and what they're all about. So here's the keys that you've got, as you would normally get on most shop displays. So it gives a certain amount of security, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is only glass. If people want to break into your house and get through, then it's pretty easy, really. These tops can take a fair bit of weight, as you can see, and I've got Arnie on top of that, and he probably weighs about 35 pounds. It's probably 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch thick glass there, so it's pretty strong stuff. And obviously it's holding a couple of premium formats on that shelf as well. So as far as strength goes, and you know, that they hold up pretty well. It's very, very nicely finished, all aluminium. There's no plastic in these whatsoever, it's just aluminium and glass. The boards at the top are like an MDF or composite, so it's only really any good if you want to put anything on top that's lightweight. And Sonny at the top of there, he is quite lightweight, so he's not a problem. And Chatter up there, he's not too heavy as well. So if you've got any lightweight stuff you want to put on the top, you can handle those as well. So there you go. Those are the 500mm square Selquin cabinets. Hope that's good information for you. I'll just give you a pan around the other side of this room. That's just a DVD case that I've got there. 200 or 300 DVDs. Some bits and pieces up there at the moment, but those are only up there on a temporary basis. I'm still waiting for my Iron Man bust, and that will go up there. So those guys are going to disappear. I'm also waiting on a Master Replicas tricorder and the Sideshow maquette of the face hugger from Aliens 3. Obviously that's not going to be out until the middle of this year or late next year. But the other cabinet which I've ordered, which is the 400mm square, is going to go in that position there. All those boxes are going to go. There's a few lightsabers at the back of there, as you can see. I'll give you a brief review on those another day, but that's only the FX range, so it's not the high-end range. But that's it. So yeah, highly recommend these cabinets. Price on these isn't too bad. If you've got some expensive collectibles, it's a good, safe, strong place to keep them, and it keeps the dust off them as well. So there you go, Selquin cabinets.